And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheat Blues, live from the attic. I know, high energy guy over here, high motor, scrappy guy, Wes Welker, and all that. As is typical with Thursday, we will employ the Thursday tradition of looking at the new cards that 2K has teased. They're not leaks, they're teases or promos, if anything, and kind of going over what we can expect from them. Now, we expected a big week, being that they, banned a sizable portion of the community this week. I expected some absolutely cracked cards, whether those be big names or not. And I suppose you could say they didn't disappoint. So let's take a look at that. We got a little 1 hour, little sparkle emoji. Ooh, exciting. Ooh, I can feel it. It's palpable. Marc Gasol was the first card that dropped. Now, I expected them to drop a budget-adjacent counter to Yao Ming at some point. Earlier in the year, a lot of people were saying Marc Gasol wasn't going to be in this game because they didn't have his rights, but as we saw with J.R. Smith, they can kind of add people at will if they need to, and I figured Marc Gasol would end up in the game in some capacity, especially with how dominant Sabonis and Ilgauskas were. I figured they would find a way to shoehorn Marc Gasol in there at some point. Now, what this card is going to be like is going to be interesting. The reason I say that is if we look back to Marc Gasol in 2K22, for instance, and in years prior, he typically has the same jump shot as Hakeem. So typically he's very Hakeem-like, and I don't know if that's necessarily going to change. What release does Hakeem have? Vucevic. Yeah, so it's very possible they give him Vucevic release on quick, and make him a Hakeem clone. I don't know, but they could take the opposite route this year and go with Pau Gasol's release, and that would be where I would really like to see Marc Gasol go, because A, it's his brother. That'd be nice if they had the same jump shot, and B, Pau Gasol's release is fire. Okay, this man held it down at the beginning of the year. If you played in the first couple weeks, guaranteed you were using Pau Gasol. This man was so nice, dude. You might have been using Gobert, but Pau Gasol was cracked. So I would like to see him go this route. But Marc Gasol, from a size perspective, is so good. 7'1", 7'4" wingspan, but he looks a lot bigger than 7'1" too. This card was cracked last year. This was my man right here. This token reward. Ooh, this card held it down for me for a while. Came out around the same time too. Obviously a month later, but still. So Marc Gasol should be cool. A lot of people are going to run him at power forward, which, I'll be honest, sounds like the sketchiest possible evolution of the Dwight Howard meta that was going on for a little while. Not cool. Next up, we got Scotty Pippen. Love this, obviously. Now, I know that I get flack for not getting excited enough about cards, but if you followed my channel for long enough and you've seen my pack luck, then obviously you would understand why I don't care. Scotty Pippen will be fired, though. He will be gas. There's no question about it. Scotty Pippen will be a top shooting guard in this game. They're going to juice him up to the gills, too, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan. I figured they would top Cedi Osman in some way with this backdrop, and they have immediately done so with Scotty Pippen. So the release is cash. It's quick on normal. The one thing I will say is I wouldn't expect the release to feel all that more sped up. I think Scotty has one of those releases where the difference between quick and normal isn't crazy. So it's going to be very similar to this card right here. Majority of the community used this card for a while, actually. So I still take him out every once in a while for games, dude. Take him on a little spin, like a classic car, Just gotta go out there and show it off. Scottie Pippen should be gassed, though. They're going to juice his dribble six, by the way. I would be shocked if he didn't, at minimum, have Michael Jordan dribble style. Minimum. Scotty's behind the back isn't too... I think it's fine. People say it's trash. I don't necessarily think that. But then again, people take dribbling really serious. I personally do not. So, I wouldn't be shocked if they moved. Yeah, they might. They might switch his behind the back, maybe give him Dame behind the back or something. Either way, he's going to be cracked out. There's no question about it. And for a shooting guard, he's going to be huge as well. So, there's that. He'll also probably be the best, off-ball defender. When I say off-ball defender, I should specify I'm using the term off-ball in 2K terms, not in basketball terms. He'll be the best off-ball, on-ball defender. Does that make sense? Like, that's what he'll be. He will be stupid. You'll load up into an unlimited game, somebody will put him on your point guard, and you won't be able to score. That's what I'm talking about. Next up, we got Chet Holmgren. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, man. I know I say that Kristaps looks like a human cigarette all the time, but Chet Holmgren really, really, really does. He looks like a Capri 120. Kristaps looks like a Marlboro Red 100, but Chet Holmgren looks like a Capri 120 or like a Virginia Slim or something. Something like your divorced friend's mom would smoke. Chet Holmgren is also giving me like deeply sexual eyes here that I don't really like that much. If I'm being honest, like if I saw this guy in the corner of the bar, like after receiving a free drink, I probably wouldn't drink it. That's just me though. I don't know, man. It's besides the point. Chet should be good though. I mean, his player build is really solid this year. Oh yeah, I think I just spoiled it. Don't care. 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan. Super skinny, yes, but huge nonetheless. Now I'm interested to see what they do with his jump shot in 6. It's very possible. I think Scotty for sure doesn't get his jump shot touched because I think his jumper is really, really good. But I could see them touching Chet Holmgren's jumper and giving him a different jump shot. What jump shot that is, I'm not entirely sure. They're definitely going to juice up his dribble 6 too. Like, he'll have Michael Jordan dribble style. There's no way they put out Chet Holmgren in packs, you know, that they're trying to gain revenue from and not have him better than like Yee or KG. I would say there's no possible way. I mean, what is Garnett's jump shot again? Honestly, don't even remember. LaMelo Ball. Yeah. Wouldn't even be shocked if they gave him LaMelo Ball release. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked at all. What are some other top releases in this game? I have no idea. What would be a good release? Let's see. They could give him like Tatum's release. What did Nedelicki have? O'Shea Brissett? I'm going to go with O'Shea Brissett's release, actually. They're going to give him O'Shea on quick, which, you know, just kind of depends how you feel about that. Either way, he's going to be so good. I kind of wish they would just give him his own release on quick, though. I personally think that we should let some of these guys come out with their initial jump shots on quick before we start changing all the SIGs, but I am not a decision maker, and they are not doing so hot in the revenue department. By the way, I should specify real quick, because I've seen this narrative a lot, that like 2K is down in the gutter, like they're not doing well revenue wise. This is American revenue we're talking about. Being down in the gutter is just making like 15% less straight up profit than before. Like, you know what I mean? They're not doing that bad. They're not about to go bankrupt is what I'm saying. They're just not making quite as much money as they were before, basically. Chet Holmgren should be fired though. And then we got the big dog over here. Like, we knew something was coming. And I figured a big point guard was on the horizon. I actually kind of thought it was going to be like a point guard LeBron first, but we got Ben Simmons. We get Ben Simmons around this time every year, though. It's not really surprising at this point. People like to lose their mind on Twitter, but at the end of the day, it's not shocking that we got Ben Simmons. 98 overall, point guard, power forward eligible. Not very different than what we normally get with their first Ben Simmons, just significantly earlier in the year. Like, we get a Ben Simmons around this time every year, but typically it'll be like this Ben Simmons, but playing point guard. This Ben Simmons that we get is going to probably be like Yao Ming. You know what I mean? He's going to be able to do everything. So I would be shocked if they changed his release, though. I think Ben Simmons' release on quick sounds about right. They're going to give him MJ dribble style. They're going to have one issue that they leave with him, and I don't know what it's going to be. I think he can shoot threes, though. I would expect like between a 70 and an 80 3-pointer, possibly a little higher. I would say below an 85 for sure. I could be wrong completely on that. I really, really hope I am not wrong, though. I hope it's below a 70, or I hope it's at like a 70, to be honest. That's what I hope, but who knows? I mean, Yao had 80 speed, so, you know, I wouldn't expect anything crazy. I would expect he probably has like an 80 3-pointer. Yeah, he'll be stupid. 6'11", 7-foot wingspan at the point guard. I hate when Ben Simmons gets cards that can shoot. It makes the game so bad at that point because you can't use little point guards anymore. Here's the issue I have with Ben Simmons, and it's the same issue I have with Yao Ming. there are no effective counters for them. Like, now we're starting to get some big boy centers out here, like Marc Gasol, but that's like the only one, and we don't even know what's up with that card yet. So there's really no effective counter to Yao Ming, and now we have a card that also doesn't have any effective counter in Ben Simmons, right? And if you think people are going to stop buying MT because of this ban, you are so wrong. They are going to continue to do it for sure. They just might do it in a sneakier fashion. So I'm not exactly stoked about things going forward. I don't know. I feel like shooting Ben Simmons cards get released earlier and earlier every single year. And I feel like they need to be an April or later thing at the absolute earliest, because I feel like once Ben Simmons comes out, the game is just done for from a power scaling perspective. Now, they could shut me up completely by having him have like a 53 pointer, and that would be sick, because your average My Team Sweat probably wouldn't be able to shoot with him, but it's more likely that, you know, he's going to be able to shoot just fine and very efficiently at that, which is not cool. Like I said, I do think they keep his release, which I have people in my community that literally greened consistently with this jump shot, so it's not bad. I don't know what they're going to do with his dribble 6, though. That is what I hope is the one downfall of Ben Simmons. Like, if he has, like, Michael, I don't know, man. If they kept his dribble 6 the same, that would be dope. That would be so sick. I don't expect that to happen, but that would be so cool if they did. I don't know. Let's go take a look at the market. There's going to be a lot of cards falling in value. You know, I really don't know why I cut these videos into two. I could just transfer straight over. It's like very easy, but you know, I like that little 1 second of refresh time. A little time to breathe in, breathe out. You know what I mean? Oh, so many cards are going to fall in value. I mean, the reality of the situation is, though, it's the meta point guards have been the meta point guards since Season 2, and they gave us Penny for free with Triple Threat Co-op. So I expected another big body point guard to come through. So the most immediate benefactors are going to be Magic Johnson. Now, here's the thing, though. You're not going to see as many Magics and as many Pennies put up tonight, because most real people who do not buy a bunch of MT typically do not leverage their high tier cards the night before a pack drop, because they know nothing in 2K is ever for certain, and it's very possible that they won't pull the card at all, right? So most people, and especially with the uncertainty surrounding the market right now, like, we have no idea how much these cards are going to go for. I mean, people are on Twitter saying there's only going to be like 5 Ben Simmons up on the marketplace. I think they're overstating how many people who buy MT actually open packs, because if you're going to do that, you probably don't open packs at all, realistically, unless you're a content creator. So I actually think there's probably going to be a similar or the very same amount of cards up. Plus, they'll probably just put cards up there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But all of the cards that would normally be flooding the marketplace at this point are locked in collections that are banned at the current moment, especially when it comes to like Magic Johnson and Penny. Those are the two most prized, like, high tier point guards in the game, so you're not seeing very many of them get sold right now. It's going to be interesting to see when all the 10-day banners come back in, you know, at the end of next week, because that's when you're going to see a very large influx of MT. I'm actually curious, what was the highest sold card yesterday? 1.5 mil for Yao was yesterday. I mean, look, I'm going to say it right now. You can say that the MT ban was a bad thing, and I think it was poorly handled, but we've already seen such a massive decrease in the cost of cards already. You can make the argument that there's only a couple Yaos out there, but right off the bat, Yao, he's more scarce, and he's decreasing by 500k at a time. That is crazy. The biggest thing is the bots are gone. It has nothing to do with the people who buy MT. It's more that the bots that sit there and price fix cards are not active at this current moment, which is a good thing. Now, Yao's back up in price. Don't worry about it. That was a momentary thing. He's still up here. Don't worry. There's 3 of them. Either way, I don't know. I think Magic and Penny are definitely going to take a price hit. Probably Magic more so than Penny, because I think Penny's a little bit better. So I think Magic probably takes the biggest price hit out of these guys, but we probably won't see that until maybe tomorrow, possibly like a week after this. Other than that, I mean, I don't know if Scotty Pippen directly affects the price of anyone, outside of maybe like Terry Dissinger. Terry would be the guy that I think might take a price hit. But once again, all these high tier cards are locked in accounts that are banned at the current moment. So, we're not going to really see Bob Nedelicki. Probably takes a little bit of a hit, I would assume. But, I mean, how good is Chet going to be? We don't know. Probably cracked, if I had to guess, though. So, other than that, I don't think that anyone takes a massive hit. I really don't. Outside of Magic and Penny, I think those are the two guys that take the biggest hit for sure. Marc Gasol is going to be the interesting one. Like, I think Marc Gasol is going to be the one that we need to kind of look at, because depending how good he is, that's going to cause ripples through the center market, but we don't know how good he's going to be right now. Like, kind of like how when Cat came out, there was a small period of time before people realized his jump shot was not normal, where he caused a little bit of a ripple in the pink diamond and below center market, right? Now he's like 30K, no one cares, but I would expect him to have some massive drawbacks, because they have been doing that to all the pink diamonds. Like, AK couldn't dribble. Like, he's not going to be the dribble god that everyone wanted him to be, you know what I mean? Cat has a normal time jump shot, doesn't have the greatest defensive badges, so I would assume he's probably on the slower end. He's probably not that great, but I guess we will wait and see. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be gas regardless, though. Like, I want Marc Gasol, like, real bad, personally. I don't know, Marc Gasol is usually good for me in 2K, and he's kind of like usually in an affordable price range that I actually want. So regardless, let me know what you think of the pack drop in the comments down below. Hey, you want to try to guess any of the other cards in the set? Go right ahead, jump down below, try to guess them. I'll try to guess a few. Who's the other pink diamond? All right, we got a big man. Ben Simmons has to come with a point guard counterpoint, right? I mean, Yao didn't come with a center counterpoint, so I guess not really. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think they put another big man in the set to, like, combat Yao. Well, they did. The Roy Hibbert. Yeah, they did, technically speaking, do that. So I'm going to say Jalen Rose is going to be either a pink diamond or a diamond. I'm going to say, yeah, Jalen Rose sounds good. If not, Bonga. Bonga or Jalen Rose will be one of the guys in the set for sure. Probably a diamond, I would assume. And then Amethyst. Oh, dude, I have no idea. The Amethyst could literally be anyone. Like, I have no idea. I would have actually probably said Devin Vassell if he didn't get a card already, because they love Devin Vassell for some reason. So, is it Vassell or Vassell? Doesn't matter. Either way, other pink diamond. Who needs a new card? Let's see. Let's go back to Season 1. Who needs a new PD? Because we got AK. We got Jason Richardson. We got Jalen Green. By the way, all the pink diamonds have been guys from the Shades of set, by the way. Spreewell got an Evo, so it's not going to be Spreewell. Batum. I'm going to say Batum or Bol Bol. Bol Bol could be in the mix. I feel like they would have gassed Bol Bol, though. But I'm going to say Batum. Batum will be the other pink diamond. We'll see if I'm right. Have a good night, you guys. Peace.